G'day guys, Cory from Gold Diggers Metal Detectors here. Just doing a little tip for those that have just purchased an Equinox detector. We quite often get people come in with what they think is a water ingress problem, which in actual fact 9 times out of 10 is not. So what we're going to do today is I've got an Equinox control box here, and I'm just going to show you something to do when you first get it that'll eliminate any false alarms with water getting into the control box. So I've taken the control box off a shaft just so we can maneuver it a bit easier. Righto, so when you first get your Equinox 800 guys, you'll always immediately notice there's a loose piece of plastic just here, which we can peel off. But what's not so easy to see is there's actually a layer of very thin plastic over the screen to start with. Now, when you stick the supplied screen protector here on, if you stick it on over the clear plastic and you go into the water, quite often you'll get condensation forming on the plastic behind your screen protector, which leads to a lot of people thinking they've gotten water into the machine. So when you first get your Equinox, or even the guys that already have their Equinox, take your screen protector off and just scratch with your fingernail at the corner of the screen, and you'll see you can peel off that secondary layer of plastic. So doing that just means there's less of a chance of you getting a false alarm on water ingress. And another great tip for those that have just purchased their Equinox as well is we get 15 of these screen protectors with the Equinox, but we only get 1 with the English language labels on it. So what I like to do is, before we go unsticking any of it, I like to get in and cut the English label off, like so. There we go. And I'll stick this on first, and that way we've actually got 15 complete screen protectors at our disposal. We can just cut off the foreign language ones.
What is that in part 2?
Oh, so yes, so for those wondering, if I can bring this in a little bit, that little part I've just stuck on is just the names of the various different settings of the Equinox. If you're like me, you'll get to the point where you won't need to look at that, but when you're just beginning, it's really cool to actually have the labels stuck on there. So next thing we'll do step 1 and remove this back sticky layer. Make sure, guys, keep your fingers off the back of that wherever possible, or you'll get fingerprints. And then what you want to do is get your screen protector on. Just start at the bottom, go from the bottom to the top, and just press any air bubbles out like that. Give it a wipe, and then second step is to pull this tab off, and there's a secondary thin layer on top that comes off like that. So there we go. We've got nice screen protector on the Equinox, no air bubbles in it, and we won't get any condensation in the back of it. Okay guys, so that's just been a little tip on the Equinox for those that have just purchased them. So if you guys have got any questions at all on the machine, give us a ring on the Daylight helpline, which will be floating here somewhere. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.